Heat are on a 3-game losing skid. They got blown out by the Orlando Magic in Orlando yesterday. There's a lot of chatter surrounding Kyle Lowry, a possible move by the end of this week. Obviously, the trade deadline is coming up February 8th. There's also a lot of chatter about Miami's trio. Tyler, Jimmy, Bam. They're below 500, 31 and 32 overall when those three suit up for the Heat going back to last season.
Who's the missing piece, though, Solana? Who's the missing piece when things have gone south here?
Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No joke.
He can play now.
Yeah. No, you see, they are missing him in a big way.
But when you get your big three back, we can't call them a big three, right? If they're below 500 over a year and a half. We just can't. But if you get your big trio back, your starting trio that you've built your franchise around, and you keep going back to, we're missing a rookie, that's why things aren't great, there's probably a larger issue at play.
Well, I mean, listen, I'll tell you, I was going to save this for 15 minutes of Heat, but I'll give you just a little sneak preview here. Ira Winderman had a question in the Ask Ira column today in the Sun Sentinel. Do you think this most recent stretch of games motivates the Heat to make an aggressive trade to avoid wasting a year of Jimmy Butler's career? And here's part of it, Solana. This is what Ira says. First, I think the Heat are always motivated to upgrade. But if you're asking about desperation, then the answer would be no. The bottom line is the Heat were pretty crappy on offense last season, had a similar record at this stage a year ago, and then they went to the NBA Finals. And Ira says, I know, Giannis was injured in the first round. The Knicks weren't fully healthy in the second round. Jason Tatum was hurt early in Game 7 of the East Finals for Boston. But the Heat still went from something that looked very similar to this and made the NBA Finals. That said, and this is kind of what Solana was just talking about, though. That said, Ira says, I do believe that also is kind of a curse, perhaps lulling the Heat into believing they again can catch lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
So to me, the truer measuring sticks will be the games Thursday against the Celtics at home. By the way, tomorrow we're going to give away tickets every single hour for Heat Celtics. And then Saturday at Madison Square Garden against the Knicks. If the Heat can't be convinced to bring their A game to those matchups, then your concerns could stand well-founded. But if the Heat do step up in those two, then you can exhale a little bit. There's this problem where you go, okay, like Solana says, there's a problem with your trio if they're not able to do anything when they're out on the court together. But it is similar to last season, and they went to the NBA Finals. Now, again, maybe the Heat it happened with that 41-win season where you get fooled by it, but there is a track record of those three going to the NBA Finals. So I don't know. You know, it's a lot. There's some similarities to the Tua thing, which is you've got to decide well in advance of when it's going to happen if something might not happen. And you'll never know, because if you break it up or add something to it, you'll never know what the result was. We do know what the result was last season, though, which was they went to the NBA Finals.
Without Tyler, though.
Correct.
I think that's an important caveat. You're so right on this.
As a positive or a negative?
I don't know. I really don't know. And I think Heat fans are being such cowards right now because of a 3-game losing skid, and they've looked bad. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this is as bad as they've looked all season long. But I really do believe this team is better than they were last year. But I hate the notion of, well, they sucked last year, they got to the NBA Finals. Like the idea that, as Ira put it, lightning in a bottle, they'll just flip that switch come playoff time. I don't think Jimmy Butler can do that type of run again. You have to decide, is this trio good enough to get you to the NBA Finals or not?
But here's the thing. So you need to get a piece that makes that trio better. Mm-hmm. And I would submit to you that Jaime Jaquez Jr. is that piece. So when you say there's folly in saying, oh, you're missing this rookie, but that is a piece who, I mean, it was, you saw it. He made that three better. They're worse when he's not out there.
Yeah.
But the standard is going to the finals, Hawk. I'm with you. The Heat are a better team.
And they did it. And they went to the
Jaquez is
final.
there.
And they went to a finals last season.
And then this year, Jimmy's a year older. Tyler has all the injuries.
But we said the same thing last year about that. Last year we went in, and then the season was proving everything we thought about the Heat and Pat Riley, everything that we thought. And then all of a sudden, they turned it on. And I would say to you, if I was having a meeting with Jimmy Butler, and I know people are saying, oh, you're wasting a season of Jimmy Butler. If I'm Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra, I call Jimmy Butler into the office and I go, what do you think? He's going to say, did you see what I did in the playoffs last year? Because I'm going to do it again. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but that's what I would imagine he says.
But
I watched him struggle on Friday night to score points.
No, you didn't.
Person.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
He bowled. It was playoff Jimmy that night.
You see that? And what he dropped?
It was playoff Jimmy.
What he dropped?
He had like 25 points.
25.
Efficiently.
And you talk about this. What's these letters he always tells me on? PRSs or something like that?
PER.
The PER of him, man. 25, where Giannis and these boys can go out and get you 44 no matter what night it is, Solana. Jimmy, you agree with me. Jimmy is not an offensive threat like that.
25 is good for Jimmy.
That's the problem is our best player, 25, is a great night for him offensively.
No,
there are guys out there that can go 40 no matter what they're playing, no matter what their kids did at school that day, no matter what night it is, no matter the temperature. That's our problem is that we don't have a guy. I know his name is Jimmy Buckets. I enjoy watching him play basketball. He's really not a bucket. There are guys in this world that are really buckets. I would say Tyler Herro is more of a bucket than Jimmy Butler.
Tyler is a bucket.
He's a bucket.
Crowder, we're doing the same thing we did all of last year just for him to prove you wrong in the playoffs. Jimmy had 25 on 10 field goal attempts. He was 8 of 10 from the field. You know why he doesn't score 40, Crowder? You want to know why? Because you have Bam Adebayo and you have Tyler Herro on the floor. You have two legitimate other options who are also looking for opportunities to score the ball, and Jimmy Butler is not the guy in the regular season that is going to go out there and score.
DeMar DeRozan right now, straight up. Who says no? Who says no?
Here we go.
Who says no?
Here we go.
I can't do this again. Pick another name.
You did the exact same thing for the past 2 seasons. Jimmy Butler is not a bucket. Jimmy Butler can't go out and grab you 40. Guess what he did in the playoffs? He grabbed you 40. He grabbed you 50. He led you to the NBA Finals, and he proved you wrong.
No, he didn't prove me wrong.
How about instead of Jimmy Buckets, we call him Jimmy Bucket?
He'll get you a bucket every now and again.
Tyler is a bucket and Jimmy Bucket. We're just working singularity.